Glad you're here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, home of the Reds since 2003. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox going up against the Cincinnati Reds. First pitch coming your way next. And going for the Reds in this one, Brandon Williamson. What do you look for here?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
All right, ready to get underway. Chase Mydroff steps to the plate for the White Sox. And we're underway here in Cincinnati. Fought off foul. The 0-2. Swing and a ball line to center. He's got it. One down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, Boog. One reason for those long balls comes from the lineup being aggressive and confident. If they maintain that approach, they could hit a few more today.
Yeah. Ball.
Got him. 2 down.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Two down, nobody on. And it's fouled away. Got him swinging. Now it'll be the Reds' turn. No score. You're watching Reds baseball on The Show, Ohio. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And getting the start for the White Sox, Eric Fetty. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
They're looking for him to get through the lineup a couple of times, limit as much damage as possible, and keep this game close. He's not exactly expected to eat up innings, Boog, but he's capable of doing that if he plays his cards right in this one.
Ahoy.
The 0-1. Left field. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Base hit center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Friedel gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A couple of singles back to back. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. Right through there for a strike. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Acuna makes a nice grab at a full sprint, and that is a big first out. Here's the lineup for the Reds, and Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in a lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. Just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
One out. Runners at first and second. There's the strike. Line to right, base hit. Here comes the runner. He will score, and they take the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. Hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Eugenio Suarez in the box now. Take strike one.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in, you got to try to get another one or maybe two.
Oh, great stop. The feed for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. This is Reds baseball on the show, Ohio. Back here at Great American Ballpark, all set for the start of the inning. Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. This one's got a chance. Caught just shy of the wall. There's the strike. Fastball for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority. Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground right side, McLean throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 23,
Andrew Benintendi steps up.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 0-2. And a swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. Nothing doing for the White Sox. Still behind by a count of 1-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stevenson.
Let's go, Tyler.
Hey.
Tied him up inside with that one. Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. We see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
This one in the air, center field, and there's one away.
Batting 7, the left fielder, number 30, Will Jackson.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. 0-1. And that is out of play. On the ground, right side. Handles, throws to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Number 4, no LB. Marte.
2 out, space is empty. In now for the Reds, Noel V. Marte.
Yep.
Out to center. Acuna gets under it. And that's the 3rd out. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. It's the Reds 1 and the White Sox nothing. Back here in Cincinnati, new inning getting started. Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Nice grab. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
Batting 8, the catcher, Edgar Caro.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Check swing, and he went 0-2 now. Swings and misses. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, that was the cutter down and in right there. And typically, if you're going to have a chance with the pitch, if it's down, that's your best chance of doing anything with it. It's kind of like a mini slider, just with a little less vertical movement. But still, that one tied him up, and he couldn't get the barrel to it.
Two down, nobody on. Pitch is in there, and it's 1-1. That's a strike. Swing at a ground ball. Whips it to first. inning over. 9 straight retired here to start the game. You're watching Reds baseball on The Show, Ohio. Set for the bottom of the third. In now for the Reds, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that one did find the strike zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. The 0-1. Up the middle, my drop. To first, leadoff hitter gone in the third.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball. And then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to, in the air, get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
That pitch clips the outside corner. That's strike 1. In the air to left center, Benintendi on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down.
Second baseman, Matt.
Now it's the second baseman, Matt McClain. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. That is the inning. And 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. But they still lead it 1-0. Start of the fourth, stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Chase Mydroff.
No, outside.
On the ground to first, he gets there with the slide. Onto the pitcher, and he gets him. Nicely done.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out. Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
White Sox down a run. Top half of inning number 4. Strike 2. Next pitch is outside. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the tying run is on base.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. This to center field. Friedel flying after this one. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
That one fouled off. This one in the air center field. And that is that. So one left for the White Sox. They're down 1-0. Bottom of the fourth. In now for the Reds, Elly De La Cruz.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swung on, broken back, grounder to third. Now the throw to first on the run. Got him. Nice play.
Up next for the Reds, the first baseman, Sal Stewart.
And that drops in for a strike. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. He'll circle the bases, and they add to the lead. It's 2-0.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
One down. Now it's the DH, Eugenio Suarez. And the 0-1. Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Ball one there. Ripped on the ground to second, and that's the third out. The Reds rolling after this solo shot. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back here at Great American Ballpark, we go to the top of the fifth. Austin Hayes steps to the plate for the White Sox.
You know, these White Sox, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Stays alive. And the 0-2. Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
The left fielder, number 23, Andrew Benintendi.
Hit in the air, right field. Marte moving under this one. And a couple of quick outs.
At this point, they'll take base runners any way they can get them, then hope it turns into something more. But this might end up being one of those games to forget.
And here is Sosa to the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. This is Reds baseball on the show, Ohio. New pitcher for the White Sox, number 63.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Leading off for the Reds, the left fielder, number 30, Will Benson.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Up the middle, and he knocks it down. Gathers and throws, but it's not in time. And I'm sure they'll go and check on the left-hander now.
Well, you can tell he was sniffing that hit all the way. Great hustle getting down the line. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion. Well, these Reds doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. 1st and 2nd now with nobody out.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Now batting key Brian Hayes. Grounded out his first time up. Right through there for a strike.
And you know we're living in the launch angle era, but today feels like we're being treated to a throwback performance, talking about those ground ball numbers in this one.
0-1 now. Out towards right center field. Base hit. Rounds 3rd, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Picks himself up an RBI.
You know what they say, he couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that, and certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
No.
The Reds trying to break this one open. Last half of inning number 5. In for a strike. Good slider.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
To short, could be 2. The flip, there's 1. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer. Base is empty after the double play. Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds. He is singled, and he is flied to left.
That's down.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. The 1-0. And that one is in for a strike. Hit hard on the ground to short. The throw to first, and the inning is over. 5 innings complete. It's the Reds 4 and the White Sox nothing. You're watching Reds baseball on the show, Ohio. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. Edgar Caro steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Edgar Caro.
Foul ball.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Outside.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Yeah.
The Reds leading by 4, and we're the top half of the 6th. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Oh, 0-2 now. Base knock center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
The batter, number 10.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
Here's the second baseman, Chase Mydroff.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Boog, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Throw to first in time.
Up next for the White Sox, the shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
To the right side, and foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Ripped, but it curls foul. The 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Good job to fight that one off. Man at second. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that is that. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here in Cincinnati, in now for the Reds, Elly De La Cruz.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's back there. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. And he starts the bottom of the 6th with a double.
He was all over that one. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Number 63 done for the night. And he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Now on the bump, Chris Murphy.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is.
Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And now the first baseman, Sal Stewart. He went deep back in the fourth. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Hammered on a line, base hit. Headed for the plate. He will score. It's an RBI single, and it's 5-0.
The designated hitter, Eugenio. All red.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. Stewart gets his lead at first with nobody out. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. On the ground, a second, might be two. There's one. Now to first, and it's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Base is empty after the double play. Tyler Stevenson getting ready to hit.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
To the right side. Gets him easily, ends the inning. But they pick up one run on the RBI single, and the lead is now 5-0. New arm out of the bullpen, Brock Burke.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Drive.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Really tight bite on that slider and just couldn't get the barrel to it out front. You've got to try to pull those hands tight to the body to get it through. And I'm thinking he probably wanted that pitch to end up even more inside to keep it out of the danger zone. But it had enough late break and deception to get the job done.
In the air, right field. Marte under it. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the White Sox, the right fielder, number 21.
And now it's Austin Hayes. In the air, left field. And that drops foul. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. The next pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. That clips the corner. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Two down, nobody on. On the ground, right side, and he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score
Next
this.
for the White Sox, the left fielder, number 23, Andrew Benintendi.
Popped up. Hayes under it. And that is that. The White Sox lead one. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Back here in Cincinnati. In now for the Reds, Will Benson.
Number 30, Will Benson.
Ball inside.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And a 1-2 again. Left field. Tracks it down for the out. And there's one down.
Up next for the Reds, the right fielder, number 4, no LB, Martin.
Ball one.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Acuna on his way over. 2 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Chris Murphy won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
New pitcher coming on, the veteran Tyler Gilbert.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Next for Cincinnati, Ke'Bryan Hayes. And there's the strike. Tapped on the ground softly to short. Montgomery gets it to first. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. Nobody left for Cincinnati as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead.
now pitching for the
New pitcher
Reds,
for the Reds,
number
Graham
23,
Ashcraft. He has a great slider with tons of movement. In the air to left center, Benson settles under this one, and there's one down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Up next for the White Sox, the catcher, Edgar Cole.
And he blows that one by him at 100. Right side, Stewart. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. And now the center fielder, Luis Angel Acuna. 1 for 2. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. Pulls that one foul. The Reds leading by 5, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fights it off. You'll see another. Out to short, De La Cruz. Sends it to first. That ends the frame. Down in order go the White Sox. It's 5-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the center fielder, number 29. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Jordan Hicks, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Swing and a high fly ball left field. One away.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Matt Midway.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
This one smoked on its way out of here. That one felt good, and they boost their lead. It's 6-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time. Took a direct path to the ball. Excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Ellie De La Cruz, the next to hit for the Reds. 1 for 3. One out, bases empty, and a run in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. And a man aboard.
Up next for the Reds, the first baseman,
That's a strike.
Man at first, one away. This one chopped up the middle. My drop to second for one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. One for the Reds on the homer. Last chance coming up here for the White Sox. We go to the 9th. Stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Chase Mydroff.
Yep.
That one fouled hard the other way. Oh, 0-2 now. Just misses with that one.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Chop to third. Hayes tosses to first, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Up next for the White Sox, the shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
There's a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Brings it in. 2 away down.
Next to Chicago, the third baseman, Miguel.
So they're down to their final out. At the plate, Miguel Vargas. 0 for 3 in this one. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And he makes the catch. Ball game, and the Reds take this one in a blowout.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.